Transfer of heat. The flow of heat from a body at higher temperature to another body or to another part of the same body at lower temperature is called transfer of heat. Imagine our teacher has to distribute answer sheets to the students in the class. He can do it in 3 ways. He can hand over the answer sheet to the first student and ask him to pass it on to the next student. The next student passes it on to the next, and so on. In this way, the last student can receive his answer sheet without actually moving from his place. The teacher may ask all the students to line up, call one student after the other to come, receive his answer sheet and go back. The teacher may throw the answer sheets directly to the students without disturbing those sitting in between. In nature, there are 3 distinct ways in which heat is transferred: conduction, convection, and radiation. Let us study these 3 modes of heat transfer in detail. Conduction. If we heat one end of a steel spoon by keeping it over a gas burner, we find that its other end also becomes hot after a while. In this case, heat is transferred from the hot end of spoon to its cold end by conduction. The transfer of heat by the process of conduction takes place only in solids. Activity 7. To show that heat travels through solids by conduction. Things needed: flat copper rod, wax, iron nails, burner. Method: we take a flat copper rod and fix some small iron nails at equal gaps on it with the help of molten wax. This copper rod, along with its iron nails, is clamped to a stand as shown in the figure. Let us heat the free end of the copper rod by keeping a burner below it. Observation: we will see that the nail nearest to the heated end of the rod falls down first, then the next, and finally the nail farthest from the flame drops off last. Conclusion: these observations can be explained as follows. The burner is placed below the free end of the copper rod. This end gets heated first, whereas the other end is cold. The heat travels gradually from the hot end of the copper rod to its colder end. It melts the wax which holds the nails. Due to this, the nails fall down one by one. From this activity, we conclude that heat is transferred from the hot end of copper rod to its colder end by the process of conduction. Activity 5. To find whether a material is a conductor or an insulator. Things needed: a beaker, steel spoon, plastic scale, pencil and divider, some hot water. Method: we take hot water in a beaker, collect some articles such as a steel spoon, plastic scale, pencil and divider. Dip one end of each of these articles in hot water. After a few minutes, we touch the other end of each article. Observation: we observe that steel spoon and divider get hot. Both are made up of metals. They allow heat to pass through them. They are called conductors. Plastic scale and pencil do not get hot. Plastic scale is made of plastic, whereas pencil is made of wood. Both plastic and wood do not allow heat to pass through them. They are called insulators. Conclusion: so we conclude materials like plastic and wood are insulators, whereas metals are conductors. Use of good conductors of heat. The materials which are good conductors of heat are used wherever heat is to be transferred fast. For example, cooking utensils are usually made of metals like copper and aluminium, and alloys like brass and stainless steel because they are good conductors of heat.